So currently my Pepsi call option trade is down $125, and let's look at Pepsi. So today Pepsi was up what 90.91%, and so right now on the daily chart it's approaching the 9-day moving average, and I personally feel like if Pepsi wants to see more uptrend, I feel like we need to break the 9-day moving average first. Once we break the 9-day moving average, we're gonna try to break through the 200 and the 180-day moving average, so we can see further continuation towards the uptrend for Pepsi. And like I said, I feel like right now Pepsi is way oversold, to be honest with you, and I feel like it sort of bounced off this like small support area around the 166 165 support level area, and so I feel like we might go back into the range around 170 soon. And so obviously we'll see what happens. Obviously I don't know what will happen because this is the stock market. And so overall the stock market was pretty much in the green overall because of like the presidential elections that are going on tonight, or that's going on today. And so basically usually what happens when that usually occurs is that basically the markets tend to be choppy at first, and then the markets start to go up somewhat after the presidential election night. I don't know how it is, to be honest with you. I just read that somewhere just recently, so that could be either true or false. It's just I guess you could say like a statistic. I'm not sure that's how you even say it. And crypto's just been booming all of a sudden. Dogecoin is the one that's caught my eye recently, only because it's up 14%, and honestly it's just crazy. So but not really talking about Dogecoin that much because I'm not invested into Dogecoin right now. Bitcoin is currently up 5%, and I feel like my position is up, I think it's up like $200-$300 right now, but I didn't take a screenshot. But basically right now I basically mentioned that I would only get into Bitcoin once it landed on the 9-day moving average. I did that, and then I basically was going to buy more Bitcoin when it reached the 20-day moving average, and I did that. And so basically I kind of was expecting for Bitcoin to reach the 50-day moving average, but that didn't happen. And so I personally feel like now that Bitcoin bounced off the 20-day moving average, and it's broken through the 9-day moving average, I feel like possibly, I think this is where Bitcoin might just out of nowhere just spiral towards the uptrend like crazy. And the reason I say that is because I feel like the whole stock market has been a little shaky lately, these past couple of months. And so I feel like maybe SPY and then Bitcoin, right, is probably going to reach a new all-time high sooner or later by the end of this year. And I mean, it's just a guess. I don't know if that's going to happen, right? And so looking on the weekly chart, if Bitcoin does get rejected by the previous high of this month, which was 73,664, then I personally feel like on the weekly chart, maybe Bitcoin could go back to the 9-day moving average and use that as support. And possibly if it uses it as support, then possibly Bitcoin could launch towards the upside, and this time it could break the that stubborn level of 73,664. But nobody really knows. We'll see what happens, right? And look, right now Bitcoin is not anymore. It was at 72,000, but anyways, it's just crazy what the market is doing right now. And then Ethereum's doing pretty good too, but I'm not going to talk about Ethereum because I'm not trading Ethereum right now. And basically, the paper trade account right now, it's down. I guess I would say like 12,000 maybe, or 13,000. And basically, this sort of like style of like trading is basically swing trading. And what does that mean? Basically, it means when you hold on to a position for a long time in a way. And so basically, I bought leap call options on Adobe. The reason I bought leap call options on Adobe is because I personally feel like out of the whole market cap, I guess out of the whole mega cap stocks that are currently like most oversold right now is Adobe. In first place, it used to be Tesla, and then Adobe, I think it was in second or third place of being the most oversold mega cap stock. And so look at Tesla right now. Tesla right now is like, completely, back to normal, I guess you would say. It's not, it's not where it used to be at, where like it used to be around this level, 219, 217, or even down here when it used to be down in the 180, 190 range. And so basically, I personally feel like Adobe is going to have a Tesla moment, or I guess you could say maybe a Facebook moment, because Adobe is a profitable company, right? And so I wanted to mention what stocks are like, if I had to choose out this whole list, what would I choose? It wouldn't be Intel, it wouldn't be Tesla, not Rivian. GE is probably probably a stock that I would keep an eye on, only because I feel like possibly GE could get rejected by the 9-day moving average. And if that does happen, I'm looking for GE to land on the 180-day moving average. UNH, I can't get into UNH because there's not enough money. McDonald's, I feel like if McDonald's does not break the 50-day moving average, then I possibly feel like we could see further downtrend of McDonald's. So McDonald's is the second stock that I would keep an eye out for. Adobe, so basically it's above the 9-day moving average, and so the next step that needs to happen is that Adobe needs to break the 20-day moving average so we can see further uptrend for Adobe. So I'm definitely keeping an eye on Adobe, obviously. Pepsi, I guess it's going back to the 170 range soon, but I feel like it needs to break tomorrow the 9-day moving average so we can see further uptrend for Pepsi. I'm not keeping an eye on ASML. Microsoft would be the third stock, the fourth stock I'd keep an eye on. The only reason is because it's around this support level, around the 409, 410 level. AMD is another stock I'd keep an eye out for, only because it's around this like 138, 140 support level. Snap, I'd keep an eye on it, but not really, to be honest. Not Visa. Probably Google, because of possibly it could bounce off the 9-day moving average, so I'd keep an eye on Google. Not Texas Instruments, really. So basically, I guess those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks that I keep an eye out for. Well, 7. So Google, AMD, Microsoft, Pepsi, Adobe, McDonald's, and GE. Those are the 7 stocks that I keep an eye, that I'd watch out for, basically. I'll see what happens with those 7 stocks tomorrow. And I did paper trade. I did day trade, but it didn't, do so well. I only made let's see, I only made, where is that? Was it AMD? Yeah, that was AMD. I only made $23, and it took most of the day. And so, was it worth it? Yes, because I got out of it in the green. So anyways, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you guys have a great night, and hopefully you guys do well tomorrow trading in the stock market. And as always, none of this is financial advice. So as always, do your own research. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sign up with my Webull link located in the description below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, take care and bye.